Hi everyone, T5 the Traveler here with Becky the Trekkie. We're on board the MSC Poesia and we're on an Alaskan cruise, 7-day cruise, leaving out of Seattle and then heading up to Ketchikan and a few other stops. But today we're going to take you on a full ship's tour of this beautiful ship. They just refit the vessel not too long ago, and we're right over here by the embarkation area. Before I forget, please consider liking and subscribing if you like the video. And without any further ado, let's continue on with the tour. So there's Becky, and these are the double doors. This is going to be the lifeboat deck out here, and this is where we embark the ship. They have the gangway set up right there, and then when you first come in, this is going to be the first area that you're going to see. Over here is a little area with some artwork, and they've got the picture of the ship, so that's what it looks like from the exterior, some of the awards that they've received. But let's head on in and show you some of the amenities and things to see. So when you first come in the vessel, you're going to be right here. They don't necessarily have to reserve show tickets. They got a big beautiful theater, but they do have the different language selections right here, so you can touch right there. Sometimes it doesn't work when I do it. There it is, and then you can select what you want to look for. Next stops is going to be British Columbia, theater shows, excursions, specialty restaurants, and that sort of thing. Over here is going to be your first cruise card activation point. If you want to activate your card or put some cash or $200 deposit there, you can. If you don't want to link a credit card, you don't have to do that necessarily. And then over here is going to be the big central atrium area. It's not as big as the Seaside class, but they did put an LED screen up there, and it does change colors and things like that throughout the cruise, and they've got a little piano, but we'll take you down there a little bit later in the tour. So your first specialty restaurant, they have two specialty restaurants. It's going to be the Kaito Sushi Bar is going to be the first one. In here, it's got a nice little seating area. It's not super huge. We'll just kind of poke our camera in the window so you can see. You can sit down there, and they do have different sushi specials throughout the week, like all you can eat and things like that. So we'll head on down, and then I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and pick up this first set of elevators. We'll take you up top, show you where the pools are and some of the outside shots, and maybe if we get lucky we'll see some whales. We've seen a lot of whales on board the vessel, but here's the ship's map. If you want to do a quick pause right there while you're watching it and you want to get an idea of the layout, you can do it. But we're going to go ahead and hit the button. They just have traditional elevators on this vessel. Some of the other MSC ships you have to put your floor in before you get into the elevator, but that's not the case on this one. So we're going to head on up to the top and we'll take you on the tour. Hey everybody. Okay, quick elevator ride up to 13. As you can see, there's the pool area, but we'll take you on out there, and I think we're just going to head on out the left through these double doors. Usually if they have these red handles, you want to push that side first, and that brings you right on out to the main pool deck. So this is going to be the Cayo Lavando area and your first pool. You're probably not going to see anybody in the pools. We got a little light sprinkle coming on out here, and it's just about 60 degrees. We're heading back south towards Canada. So there's your first pool right there. It does they do have guards out when people are swimming. I've noticed that. They've got a little mermaid up there as the statue area. You've got some outside seating, and then you have some outside tables. Over here to the left, if you want to get an ice cream, they do have it available throughout the day. We saw waffle cones and regular ice cream cones, and it's open from 11:30 to 4:30 p.m. so you can get an ice cream right over there. All right, let's head on down the deck. We try to give everybody as much privacy as possible. Looks like a few people got in the pool there. They're pretty brave there. All right, so if you head up these stairs, there are two hot tubs, one on each side. There are people in the hot tub, I do see that, but like I say, we'll try to give them their privacy. They've got the showers right there if you want to rinse off after you get out of the hot tub, and then you'll have the mojito bar if you want to get a frozen concoction. It was a warm day when we left. It felt like being in the Caribbean.
It was.
And out of Seattle, and then the weather is all over the place. So you want to bring a varying clothes, layers of clothes for that. But that's going to be the mojito bar. It looks like they've got some frozen pina colada mix and strawberry daiquiri mix ready to go right there. I got a few people sitting out and enjoying it. And then here's some of the gelato flavors. You can get gelato here. This one's going to be an upcharge. They've got vanilla, they've got hazelnut, lemon, green pistachio, caramel, and they've got tiramisu. Oh, that's a different flavor. And look, it's popular. Almost all the tiramisu is gone. You can get a fresh squeezed orange juice right there. They've got the machine so you can order it. They always have the Heineken on tap, And then they do have the energy drinks. They've got the Gatorade, Red Bull, that sort of thing, mint lemonade. And if you want to get a protein shake, you can get it right here at this bar. Chocolate chip mint, berry, that sort of thing. And you can order it right here at the Mojito Bar. Okay, so we'll push on down this deck and see how well, happy birthday. She said hi, it's her birthday. My birthday was actually just a couple of days ago, so we're a lot of people on the birthday cruise. You'll see them put their stickers. So here's going to be the main stage area. This is where we had that sail away party. They moved some of these chairs out, and this is kind of like the main dance floor. Your bigger events are going to be down in the Zebra Bar, like the white party is tonight, and that's going to be inside due to the weather. Sometimes it's hit or miss up here when you get this far up north, but they do have a second pool out here. Really, the pool is not bad for the size of the vessel. It hasn't really felt that small. This is actually the smallest MSC ship we've been on. I think this is our 8th MSC tour, so if you're looking for the other ships, they're out there on the channel as well. You can see that water rocking and rolling, so we're definitely at sea and the breeze is blowing. They've got 2 more hot tubs right there on either side, and then your towel return and towel rental is going to be up here to the right. So that's where this gentleman here is handing out those fresh towels, and the towels on this ship are bright orange, so that's a little bit different. We usually see the brown towels or the dark blue towels for the MSC Yacht Club. All right, they don't have this bar open right now, but this is going to be the Piranha Bar. It opens up a little bit later in the evening, weather dependent, of course, and you can see they got a few bottles back there locked up, and you can get a signature coffee or things like that. They do have activities throughout the day. Looks like we're playing a little ping pong over here to the right, and this is the Coral Bay pool area. Okay, I think we're going to go up 1 floor and we'll show you the next deck. Let's go up. All right, just up those stairs brings you to deck 14, and then anything beyond this point is going to be the MSC Yacht Club members access only. So they're up there. They've got the big screen TV is going to be up there actually in the Yacht Club area. Usually it's above the stage area, but on this particular vessel with the Refit, it's actually above there in the Yacht Club area. Now deck 14 are just regular staterooms. So if you get in this way and you're on deck 14, you can access your rooms through that area right there. We have noticed the carpets kind of change. Even on our floor, it's like one color and then it goes to another color. So that kind of gives you an idea of where you are at. Again, Yacht Club is going to be up there. We're not staying in the Yacht Club, but if you're interested in that, feel free to check out the website for pricing and details. Okay, so we're heading back aft on deck 14, and we're going to show you this is like the running track, walking track area right up here. So if you're a runner and you want to do some running, you can do it up here. If you want to do a walk or just enjoy the sea air, as they say, you can do it out here. You can see it's pretty flat today. We had we saw some whitewater caps when we first left, and they do have a naturalist on board. So if the whales are breaching, we've seen humpback whales, we've seen orcas, we've seen a lot of sunfish, we've seen all kinds of wildlife, but you never know out there, and usually they keep an eye on that up in the control room, and then they kind of get on the announcement and the loudspeaker, and they let you know. There's going to be the helicopter landing pad, or if you're watching a party, you can come up here and kind of get a bird's eye view right up there, and if they have to do an emergency evac, they'll do it right in that section as well. Okay, we're going to push back. All right, heading aft, they've got 2 showers over there. If you want to use a shower, you can have them right there. This is going to be the kids area. They've got a little slides for the kids. They've got an itty bitty pool over there. There's the big MSC logo with the smokestacks, and we'll just pop through and look at the obstacle course. So if you brought the kiddos, they do have those kids clubs. We'll show you where those are, so you can drop the kids and then enjoy your time. But you can get through there and crawl with them if you want. I'm getting not any younger year by year, so our crawling on our knees days are I can still do it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Like, you know, when you're a kid, you can just go anywhere you want to go, and they do on board the vessel. So obviously they've got a lot of the lounge chairs buttoned up right now, because not everybody's out here sunning it. It's the air is very fresh. It's a beautiful area. It just gets a little chilly or it gets warm, depending on what the sun is, of course. So we're gonna head on up. We'll take you up to the sports complex and up to 15. We're just gonna head up these stairs. We'll see you when we get up there. Okay, up to 15. I said 16, but it's 15. Top 15 exclusive solarium, and this is reserved just for Aurea guests. I think it's like a step down from the yacht club, but a step up from like a balcony suite. And they have their own area. I don't know that I've actually seen anybody out here, but they have their own private cabanas and that sort of thing. Up next is going to be the sports court. We'll take you up there and show you what that looks like on top of these stairs. Okay, way up to the top, they got some kids kicking the soccer ball around. We don't want to show them. They've got a basketball court right over there, and everything's netted so the balls don't go flying off into the breeze. But that's where that's going to be at if you want to shoot some baskets or get into a soccer match, football match. We call it soccer in the States, but it's football or football in the rest of the world. So just had the World Cup, of course. And congratulations to España defeating Argentina for the big win there this year, and that was in the States. Okay, we're gonna head on back down and probably head in, and we'll carry on with the tour inside. All right, back down to 13. There's Drew and Orlando Bloom. They've been the new advertisers. So in here is going to be the Villa Pompiana buffet. First thing inside you'll see is going to be a hand wash station. Hello. You can wash your hands right over there. They've got a lot of seating. Looks like some of it is open and some of it is not quite open yet. So I'm just going to have Becky stick close, and we're just going to do a quick pass through. So if you want to get your salad, that's going to be in this area right over here to the left. They do have two different drink station sections, so if you want to order a beverage, you can get it. If you want a glass of wine or a beer or something like that, you can get it. They also have juices, coffee, all that good stuff's going to be right over there. This is going to be your salad options. Looks like they've got tomato, chicken salad, Caesar salad, that sort of thing right in that area. You've got your drink stations over here. You can get hot water for your tea selections right here. You got to press and then press and hold. That's very hot. When that comes out, you can get coffee, decaf. These are the new machines. If you don't have the drink package, just push this button right there. You get a little water. You can do your fill-ups. They do shut those machines off later in the night. We've noticed they're just down to one station, so you want to fill up your water as quick as possible. This is the new one. You got to use your card here and then fill up, and it will charge you if you don't have the drink station, so just keep that in mind. Right over there, this is usually the American Eats. They've got like burgers, fries, that sort of thing's going to be down there if you want to get a hot dog. The other day they had the hot dog buns out, but I didn't see any hot dogs, so there are the hot dogs. That's going to be right over there. Ketchup, mustard, toppings are going to be over here to the left. They've got another salad station. You get your silverware and your plates right over there. Lots of different salad choices. Oh, they got boiled eggs on the menu right over there. You can do it. The next section is going to have that meat carving station. Looks like it's going to be lamb leg is the choice of the day. Oh, they've got grilled ribeye steaks. I think after we do the tour, we're just going to have a little bite to eat is what I think we're going to do. So we'll pass on through, getting the signs right there. Nice. Crispy hot chicken wings, fried pickles. That sounds like something we'd make at home. They've got mixed fish. There's your desserts stations. Looking pretty good. If you want a piece of cake, you just ask them and then they cut it for you right over there, and they've got more seating, but we'll do a quick pass and just show you the rest of the buffet. All right, and the second specialty restaurant is going to be the Butcher's Cut. It's here at the aft part of the ship, just at the back side of the buffet. You can get your reservations here, or you can make them online ahead of time. Let's take a quick peek at the menu. You want to get a bottle of Dom Perignon? They've got it for $330. You get $18 cocktails. Looks like craft beers are $9. They've got Yuling, I see there. Wine by the glass is going to be anywhere from $14 to $25. You can get lobster tails. Menu, you've got $60 appetizer. Oh, menu $60. You get an appetizer and an entree with that. If you want to, all steaks can surf up, $16 supplement, and it's just right here at the back of the ship. All right. Okay, carrying on, they've got some breads and other toppings, meats, cheeses. I saw some sliced tomato over here. This is going to be your ethnic style. This is usually a little more spicy. So if you're looking for a little spice, they've usually got some signature foods over here. I'm seeing spring rolls, fried beef potato. That is bread and butter pudding, and it's boiling hot right there. That's pretty cool. Different bread selections, meat selections, cheese selections. You've got your cold slaw right over there. And then back here is going to be the pasta station. So if you want them to make you some pasta, you just put your order in, pick your items, and you can make your own selections right over there. They've got another drink area over here to the left. So if you want to get a signature like fresh squeezed orange juice, you can get it. at this area back here. If you want to get a cappuccino, espresso, coffee of that nature, you can do right there. Just see the friendly staff, very friendly staff, and they'll take good care of you. Right over there, this is going to be more of the same. Oh, they've got the they're steaming them up right there. The wraps looks like cheese quesadilla you can get right over there. They've got a black bean puree, and then this section over here doesn't look like it's quite open just yet, but they will open it later in the day. So your bigger venues are going to be your breakfast. You're going to have a lot of people in here for breakfast. We did get down here a little earlier today. Be prepared for the ship's time to roll forward and back depending on which ports you're going to. So we actually sprang forward an hour today, and we got up a little bit too early, but we got down and we did the full breakfast buffet today. So that's going to be out there as well. It looks like this section, they don't have it open just quite yet, but they do have more of those desserts. And then up front, we're just going to push up there so we can show you what the pizza looks like up next. Okay, got past that section that they're just getting opened up, and there's the pizza. They're making those pies fresh right there. You can get your garlic bread or a little side bread. They've got pepperoni. Looks like they've got the deep dish. That's going to be mixed veggie pizza, and then of course the pizza margarita, which is kind of like your normal cheese. And then that brings you back full circle to the front of the buffet. So I think we're going to carry on with the tour, and then when we get wrapped up, we're going to pop right back down here and get some lunch. All right. Okay, carrying on deck 13. This is where you'll find the MSC Aurea Spa. That's going to be right through these doors. They've got staff waiting and ready to go. If you're looking for the opening hours, that's going to be on the sign outside. Usually open during sea days, usually 9 to 9 p.m. or 9 to 8, and then on that first day it just opens up at 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. They've got staff inside waiting and ready to go. So be sure to check those out online. If you want to pre-book, you can do it, or you can head up to and same deck 13, the hair salon and treatment suites are going to be down this hallway. Just come up here. You can come off the pool deck, and then the MSC Yacht Club is going to be through that direction, and the hair salon is just going to be right over here to the right. 3 hours away. Okay, in the door as we go. Go right ahead, Becky, to the clubs. Oh, had some people right there. All right, in we go. And let's check it out. So if the kids are with you and they want to do their teen clubs, they've got them right over here. Minis 3 to 6, juniors 7 to 11, youth 12 to 14, and 15 to 17. For them, they have their own bathroom over here to the left. They can enter through these doors. No food or drinks are allowed in there, and they've got some teens in there playing a little foosball and that sort of thing. They got some TVs in there, and it looks like they're just lounging and having a good time. So we'll let them enjoy their time, have their privacy, and we will carry on. That's the women's restroom, and I think the men's is on the other side. You've got a set of elevators over here, and up next we're going to push in and show you the arcade next. Okay, video arcade is up on the next day. Normally we do this when everybody's in port, but it's been a tricky go with the port stops this time to do that. So here's the video arcade. It's gonna be a little bit loud in here, but if you want to play that air hockey, they've got the old punching bag. You give them a good punch, see how hard you can punch. They've got a few color match machines, Key Master. They've got the claw machine. They've got Aliens, Armageddon, and here are the Speed Rider bikes. Those are pretty popular right over there. Seen those getting some use. They've got a Final Shot basketball machine. What's this one? Game demonstration. Looks like a first-person shooter right over there, and then H2 Overdrive. These have been some popular machines. They've got the ducks. If you've got a Jeep and you like to duck people or leave ducks around the ship, what do they call it? Ducking? Ducking the ship. You can get your duck and duck the ship right there. They've got some plush items, and then another, I think it's like select the walkie-talkies right there. Hey, everybody. All right, up next is going to be Technogym. Okay, powered by Technogym. In we go. So this is the entry area for Technogym, and they do foot assessments and health assessments and all that good stuff. They have a yoga room, which is also the spin room for bicycles. You can see like people are in there doing some spin classes. If you want to do all your stretches and yoga stuff, that's going to be in a separate area kind of out of the way, so you can get a little bit of privacy right in there. And in we go to the gym. Off to the right immediately is going to be that gentleman's barbers club. They call it the gentleman's, but if you're a lady and you want to get your haircut in there, I'm sure they'll let you. I don't think they discriminate or anything like that. They got 2 barber's chairs in there, and they do full barber service. So if you want to get a shave or beard trim or any of that good stuff, you can do it right there. Okay, they're doing a free foot analysis over here, and they're clapping and they're having a good time doing that. That kind of shows you like any aches and pains or something. If you want to have a little rest on the couch where somebody's working out, they do it. We've even seen people have coffee up here and just kind of hanging out. So there's really not a whole lot of rules, but we'll take you through, just show you the equipment real fast. Here's going to be your legs equipment. You got a leg press machine over here. You've got leg extensions. You've got a leg curl, and then a few cables. They're doing some exercises right there. This is going to be your shoulder press. That's going to be your lat pull down machine. You've got a bench press right there, and this is another cable machine. So if you want to do abs or triceps or that sort of thing, you can do it. They've got 2 ellipticals over here to the left. Lots of treadmills where you can look out on the sea. We've also noticed that they're selling a lot of binoculars, so if you want to bring a pair of binoculars on the Alaska cruise, that helps, so you can kind of do whale watching, whale spotting, that sort of thing. A few little bikes over here. They've got 3. They've got 2 row machines over here to the left. They're usually pretty busy. Now, we're not sure why they have the aerobic steps in this area. We thought they would make more sense over in the yoga room for step aerobics, but maybe they get those out. They've got a few weighted balls there if you want to do like abs or something like that. They've got a few weights, and then keep in mind all of the free weights are going to be in kilograms, so it's really 2.2 pounds per kilo. But if you just want to double it, that gets you in the range probably from what you're used to doing at home. They've got their own bathrooms over here, water fountain to the left, and 2 recycling centers right over there. And if you want to change clothes here, you can. They've got lockers right along this wall. Okay, so that's going to be the Technogym, and we'll see you when we get back outside. Okay, so that's going to wrap up 14. We're going to take you down to deck 7, and we're going to start towards the aft of the Pig Owl Lounge, and then we're going to push forward and head from there. Okay, deck 7 aft, this is going to be the Pig Owl Lounge. We actually have our MSC Voyagers Club party scheduled for 4 o'clock today, so if you have a special event, a lot of times it's going to be down in this area. It's actually a pretty good sized area. I'm surprised they don't have some of the bigger parties down here, because they've got a lot of seating. It almost reminds me of like Le Cabaret Rouge on some of the larger vessels, but it looks like the bar is actually open at this time. That's probably why we got some people down here, but let's walk on out. They've got a lot of seating around to the sides. They've got those big bay windows. They will close them at night when it's dark, but in the daytime they keep them open for that natural light to come in. They have big bands, so if you like live music, this is where you're going to get a lot of your live music is going to be throughout the day. Down here you can see it's got circular seating. They've got a big DJ booth over there to the left, and a like a moon-shaped bar, I would say. Not quite a full circle, but it does go around through 3 sections of the bar. Lots of seating, very quiet. They got the big beer mugs down here, I see. Nice. So if you want to get a frosty mug beer in the daytime, you can do it, and that's going to be the Pig Owl Lounge at deck 7 aft. All right, let's push forward and see the rest of this deck. Okay, just before we push in the rest of deck 7, we are on the lifeboat deck. So if you want to come out and check out the lifeboats, it's actually, you can see them from the bottom of the ship. They've got a dog station there. If you brought your pooch and you need to take them for a little restroom break, that's going to be down here at the very back end of deck 7. We've seen a couple of service dogs, and they're very popular on board. Yeah. Everybody wants to pet the service dogs, but you're probably not supposed to do that. Okay, so next is going to be El Grappo de Oro bar. It's got a lot of nice seating, and we got a little music playing, so we're going to push through a little bit quick. But this kind of doubles as your sports bar. They don't have a traditional sports bar on board this vessel, but you can watch sports games and things like that in this area. There's some screens there, and they'll be playing some sporting events. If you want to play board games and that sort of thing, they have it. There's some football. Oh no, that's highlight, I think. They're playing a little highlight there. A lot of board games. We'll try to just pass through real fast, give everybody their privacy while they're doing that. And then there is a bar over here to the right, and we did do a bar review at this one last night. The drinks of the day are going to be listed on the sheets, and they do have paper menus and that sort of thing. You got to be 21 to drink on board the ship, so make sure you're following all those laws and that good stuff. But you can sit there and you can have a cocktail throughout the day. I'm seeing some crossword puzzles being played over here, so this is kind of like a chill area where you can just relax. They've got the iris photo station right here, deck 7. Oh, I think they're just advertising for deck 7 right there. And then this is going to bring you into the wall of photos. So if you're taking those professional photos throughout the ship, they put them out throughout the week, and you can kind of walk around and try to figure out where your photos are. They usually go by location, so if you're in the yacht club, you're taking cocktail photos, you've got them right there. Depending, Ketchikan was one of the port stops. They've got some pricing there for poster size if you want to get it. Elegant, and then the captain does do photos with the crew right there, so you can get that as well. Over here is going to be the photo desk. If you want to do photos, packages and things, you can do it. You can also scan your cruise card and then search your photos right there. These are new, these elephants. I haven't seen those this year. It's a towel frame elephant, and they're 20 bucks. Not too bad. They are doing these new custom water bottles. We've seen that's new, so you can get them engraved down here in the Photoshop if you want. There's another station where you can get to more ducks. If you're into ducking, you can search for them right there, and that's going to be the photo hub. Okay, carrying on deck 7. Pushing forward on the ship, this is going to be MSC Future Cruise area. So if you want to speak with an agent about getting a future cruise, they do like up to $200 on board credits. If you book through here, they're supposed to price match. I've noticed that online we've been able to find a lot cheaper prices. I think you almost have to have it on your phone and show it to them if they want to believe it. When the World Class first popped out, we found, I don't know why we didn't buy them, $550 with drinks for the whole week, and then we checked at the Future Cruise desk, and she was like, it's $2,200, and we're like, oh, okay, we'll book online. So we've not actually ever done that. They say you can do it. We've not found a better price that way, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. I think you just got to have all your ducks in a row to do that. Okay, this is like a little area. Over here to the right is going to be the Yacht Club restaurant. It's actually not in the Yacht Club, which we found was a little bit different on this vessel, but we can poke up to the glass here so you can see what it looks like inside. So if you're in the Yacht Club, this is going to be your restaurant right there, and it's just kind of like a quiet seating area over here. Okay, so that's going to push us up into the casino up next. Okay, this is going to be the Casino Royale, and it is open right now, so we're just going to push through real quick. We try to give everybody their privacy when they gamble and not film too many people, but they do have some machines. Maybe I'll just hold it up high so you can see. They've got a nice back bar over here to the right if you want to get you a drink while you can. They do allow some smoking in here. We have noticed that there's a little bit of smell of smoke. If you want to buy those lottery tickets, they do an onboard ship's lotto, and you get that over here in this corner at this entrance, and you can play right now, and it's like $2 a ticket, and if you win, I think it's up to like 480,000, and I think it's $2,000 if you pick 4 numbers. They've got several slot machines, ultimate free link. They've got table games. We can't film at the tables, obviously, so we're not going to do that, but you got blackjack. Okay, so they do have like 2 different poles of artwork. We thought that was different over here. You got Huff and Puff machines. They've got Lion Link over here, and then your table games are going to be over in the middle. They've got video poker, blackjack, and that sort of thing in the middle. So if you want to play some cards or that's going to be in the central section, and we totally get it. We try to give everybody the privacy, but we did want to show you where the casino was, so we're just going to do a quick pass right on through there, and we try to follow the rules if we can. This one was a little bit interesting. They got like a Las Vegas style machine with cash, but those are like token coins right in there. Okay, so that's going to be the casino. Not our best casino review, but it is open, and that's the name of the game. Okay. All right, just coming out of the Casino Royale. If you're in the casino and you're in the video and you want me to blur you out later, just let me know. I'll do that in post. I'll try not to show anybody, but we'll cut that down as much as possible. Of course, we try to respect everybody. This is going to be the theater Carlo Felice, and this is going to be the upper side of the theater. Over here, oh, they've got a little men's room and an area where you can sit and have a drink before you head on in to the show. So it looks like they're setting up for a show right now. Sometimes you can come on in, watch them practice, that sort of thing. This is going to be the upper balcony area. It's all purple and gold. It's really a beautiful, nice, large theater. We've noticed that some of the older ships have the bigger, nicer theaters in them, and some of the new ones have the little ones, and then they make the performers do 3 shows a day instead of 2. Not sure why they do that, but this is the stage here. Nice high ceilings. It's got a good audio video equipment and all that good stuff. And if you want to know where we sit, I usually sit in this first chair right down here, 1 step up from the ground level, and usually towards the aisle, and that gives you a good good angle of view. If you are hearing impaired, the sign language is going to be over there to the right hand side, and they've got a really good signing artist there for that. He's doing a great job. Sometimes we watch him instead of the show because he's actually so good at it. So they really take good care of the hearing impaired on board the vessel. Okay, that's going to be the theater, so we'll push out of here and carry on with the tour. All right, that's going to wrap up deck 7. We're going to head down these stairs right here, and they do have elevators right behind us. We'll see you when we get down to deck 6. All right, made it down to deck 6, and this is going to be the Zebra Bar. This is actually where the white party is going to be later tonight, and they've got a nice good-sized bar over here to the left. You can get signature coffees if you want. You can get mixed drinks, and the drink of the day, of course, that's going to be the Cherry Noir Martini. And today's special, they've got limoncello and a souvenir of your choice with a complimentary glass. So we'll probably do that. We like a little limoncello for sure. How are you? We'll come back. We're doing the tour, and they've got a lot of lounge seating down here. Everything's zebra themed and colored. Of course, if you're looking for those sales of the day, you can find those sale items over here. It's going to be like purses, handbags, perfumes, jewelry, and it looks like they've got 50% off on Valentino bags going on right here. The iris photo area, they moved it down from above, and you can get your eyeballs scanned, and then they do like artwork that they make out of your own eyes. It's going to be a little bit crowded, but we'll just push on over here. Over here, they've got the central stage, so you're going to have more live music here. We've noticed that this ship really does cater to like live music in particular. And let's see, I wonder what they've got over there. Sometimes we've seen some little kids events and themed events in this area right over here, but let's pop over and I'll just show you what the stage looks like real quick. So there it is. It's zebra themed up on board there, and it looks like we're doing some navigational training. I'm seeing some old sea charts right over here. It's more like educational for the kids. Oh, they have EPIRBs and some of the emergency navigational, and they're showing you how to tie the knots. So little bit of educational seafaring knowledge right there. So that's new and that's kind of cool. All right, we'll head on out of the Zebra Lounge and we'll carry on. All right, that's going to be the Zebra Bar. And then we're going to head into this area. This is where you can get some of the shopping. They've got El Angelo de Poetry Bar is what this area is. They've also got some event shopping in there. If you're looking for watches, necklaces, sunglasses, Hugo Boss we've seen over there. They have some nice seating indoors over here. They've got the piano poetry bar. So up there they do different types of educational stuff throughout the week here. It's pretty busy down here. They have their own bar over here. It looks like they're pushing wine tastings and things like that for today. If you want to get a signature coffee, you can get it right over here. There's one of those service dogs that we were talking about earlier walking around the ship. And they've got the MSC logo shop over here to the right. If you're wanting to get your MSC gear, you can get it right over there. This is going to be the duty-free store. If you want to get a bottle, you have to check it, and then they'll let you have it when you get back to port. This is going to be the logo store. If you want to get one of these jackets, Becky has one of these MSC white jackets. And then they've got just a little area. I actually came in the other day and got some hair gel, I think is what I got. They've got shirts, t-shirts, and that sort of thing. We might do a larger tour. We usually do. People are curious at the pricing and stuff. So we might do a separate video there, but that's where that's going to be. It's usually just open on sea days. In here is going to be the duty-free shop. We're just going to pop in real fast and just kind of give you a quick idea of what some of the items are. But if you want to get some chips or that sort of thing, I think they'll let you have that. Maybe, I think they let you have the chips. I'm not sure. But I know the alcohol, they don't. They've got up to like $3,500 Louis the 16th. They've got Hennessy. They have Dewar's. They've got some limoncello stuff for like 14 bucks a bottle, and then the shots are $10 a piece at the bar, so you can see why they don't want you to have the bottle in your room, because that's a big price difference right there. If you are a smoker, you can get your cigs right here if you want to do that. 40 bucks a carton, it looks like, for Camels. That's way cheaper than Chicago or in the States. Not that we smoke, but we do have noticed they're $10 a pack at least right there. And then you just check out right over here. They'll take good care of you, and then you can pick your items up if they're alcohol related at the end of the trip. All right, we'll head on out. Up next is Le Parfum, which is the perfume store. In here, this is actually where I got the pomade. Lots of different perfume choices. If you're looking for some nail polish and that sort of thing, that's going to be in that store right there. Very crowded. I was getting the look, so we're not going to go in there too deep. Let those people enjoy their shopping, of course. We try to cover the ship and not film as many people as possible, but sometimes it's just literally impossible unless it's at a sea day and the ship's completely empty. So we apologize if that disturbs anyone, but we're doing our very best. Okay, so this brings us out here to some display stations. You might be able to get some deals of the day. This is going to be more clothing options if you want. They do have sales, so they've got one's 10% off depending on how many you buy. The more you buy, the more you save, they say, is the phrase. But I think you still spend more money with the more you buy, but that's my personal opinion. In here, it's a nice little store. They've got Calvin Klein, they've got some other Tommy Hilfiger, Boss. They've got some other labels right in here. Shoes, accessories are going to be in the back. So if you're one of those people that travels without any luggage and you buy everything, we've certainly never attempted that, but you can do it if you want to do it. I think these are those rain jackets, but didn't you say they were quite pricey? $238 for that rain jacket right there, or $114 to $238. So they're nice quality, not the cheapest price we've seen. Okay, so this is going to be the Gita bar, and they have another matching one. It's not open right now, but it will be a little bit later in the day. And then this is going to bring into Deck 6 restaurant when we are actually in here. Looks like they've got lunch downstairs in Deck 5. And okay, so there's the other side of those doors for the restaurant on Deck 6, and then over here to the left is going to be the bar Smeraldo, and you can get your beverages right over here. If you want to get a signature coffee, you can get it. They've got Heineken on tap, of course. You can get a signature cocktail beer, that sort of thing is going to be right over there. Those kids are having a good time. Over here is going to be the Smeraldo store, and they've got some watches. If you want to get a watch, they've got events of the day going on over here, but this is going to be like higher end watches and things. So if you want to do some shopping, just meet with the staff. If you need something in the case, they'll key it and open it up so you can take a look. And then their 30% off specials are going to be right out here as well, and they do have some display items going on in the case. Okay, if you're looking to book your excursion, and we do recommend doing the airport transfer. We checked the Uber price, it was like $110 from the airport in Seattle to the cruise area, $31 a piece for transfer, and they put you on a bus, and then they have a comedic bus tour guides that kind of give you a little information about Seattle. They're usually locals, and they tell you some of the local history in Seattle. So that's going to be the MSC Excursions desk, and we're going to head on down the hill here. All right, carrying on, that's going to be the mini mall just down at the bottom of the hill in there. Let's pop on in. They've got looks like bags, purses. You can get some more different jacket types over there. I think those jackets up top were designer jackets. That might be why they were a little bit pricier. Over here, if you want to get a shot glass, you can get it. If you want to do okay, they've got some puzzles over here. They do have some of the salmon items in the gift shop. Oven mitts I'm seeing. They've got some plushies over there, sweatshirts, that sort of thing. And I'm not sure what Denali Dreams. Oh, it's soap. If you want to get a signature Alaskan style fisherman's soap, you can get it right over there. They've got staff waiting and ready to go. Okay, so that's going to be the mini mall. Looks like I lost Becky. She's doing a little shopping. Okay, just heading out of the mini mall. That's going to wrap up Deck 6. We're going to go ahead and head down one flight of stairs down to Deck 5. We'll show you where the reception area is, and then your disembarkation area for port stops and things like that is going to be down on Deck 4. All right, so they don't have the crystal staircases on board this vessel. They only had 3 staircases, so we would have liked to seen them put those in for the refit, but that's up to them, of course. And they did, like we said earlier in the tour, updated that big LED overhead screen right there. It's got about three floors, so not quite as big as some of the other vessels, but it's a nice little open area. It looked like it might have been a little cramped at first online. We like to watch, of course, before we go on a trip. And it's actually pretty spacious. So over here, this is going to be passport collections. If you have to fill out your paperwork like Canadian customs, or you want to do a cruise card activation, that sort of thing, you can do it right there. And they've always got this board with the items of the day that's going to be right here. So if you want to see the highlights, you can check it out. This is go ahead and hit the pause if you want to do that, but they've got a selfie with the officers, majority rules, and then the white party is going to be a little bit later tonight. And I think this is another area where you can embark and disembark. We just came in on an upper deck, but they can get you in and off the ship on deck 4, deck 5, and deck 6, and 7 at times, I guess. In any which way you can get on in and on the vessel. Okay, so here's another bar over here to the right. This is going to be another one. They've got a men's room over just past that, and then down here is going to be one of the other restaurants, which is the El Fontaine. We actually started off in the El Fontaine on the first night, and then they moved us up to 6, so that was a little bit different. They've got a lunch going on right here, but you can see it's got a big, nice open area. Your menus are going to be right here. You can use your phone if you want to get the digital menu, if you want to scan and check the beverage packages, that sort of thing. You can do it, and they've got a lot of indoor seating. We were actually at one of these first tables right there, but there's some people in there having some lunch, friendly staff, so we'll let them enjoy their lunch, and we are going to carry on with the tour. Okay, here's the other side of La Fontaine restaurant. It's only open on the one side over here, but this bar is open. If you want to get a drink or have a little lounge, you can do it right over there, and then that's going to bring you into the main guest reception area. The line's not too bad. The first day, this line is really long, so if you got an issue with your room, or if you need to check your bill or that sort of thing, you can do it right over here at the desk. And they all languages, they've always got somebody that can get you taken care of. There's a little display for the MSC Foundation is going to be right there. And that is going to wrap up deck 5. You can get to your deck 5 room access right over there. And there's another stairwell. All right, just up those 2 flights of stairs and out those double doors brings us full circle to back where we started. So we're up here on deck 7. This is going to be that lifeboat deck. If you want to walk it or run up here, you can. It's pretty private. And that's going to be the full ship tour for the MSC Poesia here on our very first Alaskan cruise. So we like to cruise MSC for the price point. We did check, and actually we booked through Expedia this time. It was a little bit cheaper to book through Expedia without the alcohol package. If we would have got the drinks package, it would have been cheaper to use our Voyagers Club number. So just make sure you price check around. You can always say, I think we saved like 150 bucks, but every little bit helps with the way the economy and the pricing has been going over the years. It's certainly got a little bit more expensive since we started doing this about 4 or 5 years ago. But it's a nice vessel. They did a great job with the refit. We did notice that they shut the buffet down at certain times when they switch over. The buffet, it's kind of limited options. And then like we talked about when we did the buffet tour up there, just make sure you fill your waters up if you don't have the drink package earlier in the day. That's a good tip. Register those cruise cards early. Enjoy those ports. On this Alaska cruise, you definitely want to bring different types of clothes. Right now, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm perfectly fine. Yesterday I had long pants, long sleeve, rain jacket, and we were carrying our umbrellas. And the sun's going to be in and out, and just expect temperature changes. We're here in late July. It's just about to August, and they've been doing this particular cruise, I think, just about a month or 5 weeks, maybe 5 or 6 weeks so far. So thanks for joining us for this tour. If you're interested in other MSC cruises, we don't get paid by MSC or anything like that. We just pay our way and vlog as we go. So consider leaving us a like or a comment or subscribing. That helps. It all helps a little bit. We don't really make any money on the channel. It just kind of helps us cover the travel costs when we travel, and we just have a good time doing it for everybody. And we kind of got into it because we like to look at tours, and we thought, okay, we do theme parks, let's just start covering the cruise ships too, so we can give people a good idea of what to expect on a cruise. So that's going to be the Poesia here in 2026. I had my birthday a couple of days ago, so they sing you a little song and bring you out a cake. They brought out a whole cake. We had to share it with all the other tables around. Just be prepared for different types of port times. Sometimes the port's a little bit later than what you're used to. Right. We did hit that glacier. That was beautiful, but it was chilly. It was like 45 degrees that morning. So bring the right clothes. They don't have quite as many theme nights. I'd say you can get away with like 2 or 3 formal outfits, and then just something like business casual. But if you want to wear your ball cap or your shorts or something, as long as it's not gala night, it's totally fine. It's not that they won't let you. It's just we just find dressing for the event kind of gets you in the spirit, and makes it fun all around. We used to be weird about it. We just always in gym clothes, you know, and then we started dressing up a little bit. When we learned that once we got in the spirit, we really enjoyed it. So don't be afraid to do that. Push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit. Get on the cruise ship, forget about work for that week, and just have a good time. So thanks for joining us. Consider leaving us a like or subscribing if you haven't, and we'll see you all very soon on the next review. That's a wrap for the Alaska cruise. All right, bye everybody.